Hey everyone, Katrina here, and today we're going to be solving first order linear ODEs using the integrating factor method. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like these. Okay, welcome back to our ODE series. Today we're going to be looking at how to derive our integrating factor method, and then we're going to go through a full step-by-step example so you can see how this works. So the type of equation that we're going to solve is a first order linear non-homogeneous ODE. So non-homogeneous means that our equation does not equal to 0. Instead, it has a particular part. So in this equation that we have here that I'm highlighting, the particular part or non-homogeneous part of our solution is our q of x. So again, this method really works for when you have linear non-homogeneous ODEs. So over here we have that y of x is our dependent variable, x is our independent variable, and p of x and q of x are known functions. So this is a general form that we are going to use. So our goal here is that we want to find a general formula for our solution, and then once we have a general formula, we can then use initial conditions to find an exact solution. So let's go now into the idea behind the integrating factor method and see exactly how this solution is derived. And just so you know, once you have this derived solution, you can then apply it to any of these types of ODEs going forward. So the idea here is that we want to multiply our equation by some function mu of x so that the left side becomes a product derivative. So essentially what's going on here is that we want to use product rule but in reverse. And if you recall product rule, that's when we have some f prime times g plus g prime times f, and that gives us the derivative of f times g, for example. So using the product rule here, we get that mu times y prime plus mu times p of x times y can be rewritten as d over dx mu times y. So that is kind of the goal of this part over here. So the next part is we need to match our solutions. So in order to match our solutions, we have that mu prime equals to p of x times mu of x. So this equation right over here actually defines what our integrating factor is, because mu is going to be our integrating factor. Since we have mu prime here, we have to go ahead now and integrate this in order to solve for it. So we're starting with mu prime equals to p of x times mu of x. So we can use separation of variables here as our integrating method. So we can rearrange our equation this way such that we divide the mu down. So we have all our mu on one side and then our p of x on the other side. By integrating both sides, we get that the integral of the left-hand side is ln of the absolute value of mu, and then we simply take the integral of the right-hand side, which is p of x. So in order to get rid of the ln, we have to exponentiate this. So we have that mu of x equals to e to the power of the integral of p of x dx. This here is our integrating factor. So now we just derived from scratch how we got our integrating factor, and in our next step we're going to go ahead and derive the general solution for these first order linear non-homogeneous differential equations using this integrating factor. So what happens after we multiply? So we're multiplying our integrating factor on both sides of our equation. We're starting with this equation that I have highlighted here, and now we are going to multiply by mu of x, our integrating factor. So as a result, we have mu times y prime plus mu times p times y equals to mu times q. So this is where we kind of use this reverse product rule that we talked about in the beginning. So as a result, our left side of our equation now becomes the derivative with respect to x of mu prime times y prime. So if this still is a bit confusing for you, what I want you to try is now differentiate this highlighted term, our d over dx, and you'll see that you'll now actually get our above term over here. So instead of, or basically have an expanded version, and we're going to say, hey, that's the same as taking the derivative of the product between mu and y. So this is a really important trick or identity here that allows us to use the integrating factor method. So we want it to be just one term on the left-hand side because now we can integrate this very easily. So as a result, putting it all together, this is what we now have. So in order to solve for this, we need to integrate both sides of our equation, which gets us this term right over here. But we still want y to be by itself or isolated in order to find the final general solution. So as a result, we need to divide mu by both sides of the equation, and this is the general solution using the integrating factor method. So you can go ahead and use this, essentially this formula, anytime you have first order linear non-homogeneous ODEs, and just recall that mu equals to e to the power of your integral of p of x, like we showed before. So here's an example. So in this case, we want to solve y prime plus 2y equals 2x. So we can identify here that our p of x function equals to 2 and q of x equals 2x. So the step one is that we want to find our integrating factor. So like we showed before, integrating factor is mu, and that equals to e to the power of the integral of our p of x, which is 2, and this just equals to e to the power of 2x. So now we're going to do step 2, which is multiplying our integrating factor on both sides of the equation, which gives us the following. And now our left side, using the reverse product rule, is the derivative with respect to x of our mu, which is e to the power of 2x multiplied by y. Thus, we have our left-hand side now equals to our right-hand side of x times e to the power of 2x. So now we finally want to integrate this to find our final solution. So recall, we have the derivative here, and now we are integrating both sides to get this solution. And again, actually before we even solve for y, we are going to solve the integral on the right-hand side of our equation using our integration by parts. And we get this following answer here. In our next slide, I'm going to show you exactly how we used integration by parts. So we needed to find our u and our dv. So in this case, our u equals to x, so du equals to dx, just taking the first derivative, and dv is the rest of the function. So dv equals to e to the 2x dx, and to find v, we just have to integrate that. So we have 1 over 2 e to the 2x. Then we apply integration by parts formula, which is uv minus the integral of v du, and we'll plug in all of our terms there. Then we are going to calculate this remaining integral, our integral of v du, and now this is a much easier integral to solve. We only have one variable inside our integral, 1x, so we can just use essentially the reverse power rule here, which gives us 1 over 4 e to the 2x. Then we're going to just substitute this into our original formula and then simplify. Thus, the right-hand side of our main equation becomes the following: x over 2 e to the 2x minus 1 over 4 e to the 2x plus c. So lastly, we want to solve for y of x. So we just had to divide both sides by our e to the power of 2x, and here we have our general solution. So this is our final answer, and it's the general solution to the initial ODE that we had, which was y prime plus 2y equals 2x. In this case, we were not given an initial value. If we were, we would then plug that in to solve for our unknown variable c. So here's a summary of our method. So first, we have our ODE in standard form. We then compute our integrating factor. We multiply both sides of our equation by our integrating factor. we recognize that our left-hand side is simply the derivative of our integrating factor times y, so we use that reverse product rule. We then integrate both sides of our equation and solve for y of x. And again, if we had an initial condition, we would use that to then get an exact solution instead of just a general solution. And with that, please let me know if you have any questions, and definitely subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you next time.